was that? Was that just recording?
Yes.
Okay. We're recording. So why does my sound so good now?
Because we plugged you into the sound card, and then Delon finagled.
My cloud lifter's completely out of the picture.
Yeah.
Disappointment to his family. Let me tell you, people. Okay, I have what do we have? SM7B microphone, and cloud lifter's supposed to come in and make strong impact of multiple gains. And he sits there. He does nothing. He is old man, useless, and basically horse food.
People, if you don't understand what she said that it is very difficult starting a
Translate
podcast.
for me, American girl.
It's
Tell
hard.
them about our struggles, how we fought and still have nothing but one single nugget of sound gains.
Audio gain.
This is us becoming nerdy. Our podcast gets less and less relatable as our brains engorge on sound education. Sound education.
That's actually a really good topic for today's podcast.
Ooh, yeah, because I couldn't get enough of Morgan J, and I invited him back for a round 2 interview, and he does a lot of musician stuff and comedy stuff and recording stuff and production stuff. Is that why?
Exactly. We have a celebrity round 2.
Round 2, folks. Wow, look at us. We hit some nerd knowledge right up top. I already mentioned who the guest was going to be, so we're already on track of setting this episode to related content to what the interview is going to be about. And I'm about to interview by name Jen Ryan of Insert Something Funny Here.
Gabby Powell of Insert Something Funny Here. I paused there because I actually don't know if you go by Gabby or Gabriella.
I usually go by Gabby.
Yeah, somehow I second guess myself, even though I've known you for a long time.
You pause, and I saw your eyebrows twitch like you second guessed everything for just a brief moment in time. You were like, what's even real anymore?
I know. I'm like, who am I? What planet am I on?
We're funny.
We're funny. We're funny. So I want to hear some gleaned insight from what you learned. What did you learn about interviewing Morgan J?
The Morgan J?
But did you feel like you were talking to somebody who has been on NBC and who's won a lot of awards in comedy, or are you just man, just talking like a regular guy?
It's funny that you asked that. And just like his ethnicities, he comes off as a mixture, a combination, a dual featured kind of man. Where he definitely has this laid back LA vibe to him. Yeah, it's cool. My default expression is a smile. His default expression is a hey, it's gonna be okay, kind of side head tilt smirk.
Really quick, that's no woman ever. No woman is ever relaxed and hey, it's gonna be okay. Every woman's trained to be oh crap, I'm nervous, I'm stressed. You know what I mean?
These are all of my feelings. Now to alphabetize them so I can figure out what color coordination tab system I should put.
And should I feel this way? Should I not feel this way? If I talk about feeling this way, then they're gonna think I'm weird. Oh my gosh, blah 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 blah.
And I still have to make that cake for the cake off tomorrow.
The cake off.
Girl stuff, relatable girl stuff. Right, girls?
You gotta bake that little cake.
But you also have other shit to do when you're worried.
And you gotta compare yourself.
Hey.
Ooh, that was really off key.
Let's do another one. You gotta compare yourself.
So anyway, back to Morgan J. Back to being that sly, silly, suave, LA guy. All the adjectives starting with S.
Yes. So that we could get the slithering S's right into these SM7B mics.
These microphones that are halfway on our side and halfway very elusive. Ooh, you can have me, but can you?
Right, because Michael Jackson had me for the Thriller.
But can you figure out how to hook me up? I don't know.
Can you figure out how to hook up a cloud lifter? I don't know. Joe Rogan did it. No, just kidding. He didn't have a cloud lifter. But he did have the same mics as us. So that
by association makes us very political.
Right. So I just want everyone in the audience to know you're basically listening to the Joe Rogan podcast.
This is one side step away from the Joe Rogan podcast.
By episode 1082, Jen Ryan and I amalgamate into one bald,
I was gonna say
50-year-old amazing entertainer.
We shave our heads.
Named Joe Rowe.
I honestly was thinking, like, what? I was watching a TV show over the weekend because I was just so tired. I just like laid on the couch and drooled.
I feel you.
I was like, if I were this girl in this show and I wanted to get back at this other girl. Okay, I was watching Cobra Kai. You guessed it. And I would shave her head. And then I thought to myself, wow, how much time would I save if I had a shaved head?
Oh,
Gabby,
so many minutes.
How many years of your life would you get back if you had a shaved head?
Well, I can answer that because I just did the math in my head right now. Remember how I was saying a lifetime of being on the toilet back in the plumber episode is about 17 hours a week?
Yes.
I think that was my math. That holds up in a court of law. And now I'm going to tell you how many minutes you would save if we all shaved our heads and just donated that hair to science stuff. Sexy science stuff. We would each save, and when I say each, I mean women. I'll do the man math in a second. But women would save literally 22 hours a week, and that translates to about 7,000 hours every single year.
And that times how many years you're probably going to be alive if you drink green juice is probably 45 years is what you're going to save. Sorry. And my abacus broke.
And what's that in today's money?
That's 45 million Bitcoin.
45 million Bitcoins. 45 years of life, just to be clear, 45 years of life translates to 45 million Bitcoins.
Exactly.
From the bottom of the earth.
You'd have enough money to run for presidency yourself. So if you don't like what's going on politically right now,
you
shave your head, save your Bitcoin, and then you can run.
You can rule the world. You're just one shaver clipper away from ruling the world.
I love how that spiraled out of control.
I really want to watch this back and then track the conversation points that got to obviously shave the world to rule the world. Or shave the world to rule the world. Put it on a t-shirt. Shave the world. Oh, wow. That'll destroy your pronunciation. Shave the world, rule the world. It's hard to say fast. I dare you to try it. Film it. Send it to us on our email, hello@insertsomethingfunnyhere.com, or Instagram it to us at
insert something funny _here.
Oh, man. So, very shortly, we're going to jump back in and learn a little bit more about Morgan Jay's life and just a couple more fun things that we talked about that are relative to his craft. So we'll get to that in just a jifferonski. But actually, another connection point, when we were just suffering, first world suffering, through, first world suffering, put it on a t-shirt and have a picture of the podcast mic. Because it's, it's really hard to set up sound stuff and video stuff.
It is so hard.
I was just going to say, like, where would we be now without Delon?
We would be living in a ditch, Gabby.
Yeah, I would.
In a podcast ditch.
Podcast ditch. It's a metaphor. What was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah.
For sympathy, because setting up all this mic and cords and stuff was just complete, takes like a PhD in sound engineering.
Oh, I remember what I was going to ask you. And yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. So pre-Delon, in your pre-Delon days, what was the most tech-savvy thing that you set up all by yourself?
It would have been my husband, because my ex-husband was tech-savvy. Wait. I set up my husband.
You set up your...
Yes.
I was going to ask if you misheard the question, but no, folks, she le double down. The electronic device that was the most advanced equipment that she set up by herself as a lady was her husband. Cricket.
My ex-husband had boxes and drawers full of cords and cables that he coiled like little sleeping snakes.
Oh,
he had so many amps and preamps, and it was just crazy. I was like, how do they like this? But thank God they do.
Thank God they do. And those and the 6% of ladies out there holding it down, knowing those chords from those other chords. Am I right, ladies?
I know. Those ladies out there have got the mind of a matrix.
Yes. And the body of a goddess. And the spirit of a low battery phone. Fuck. And that is our cue from the universe to wrap this episode up a little quicker. Put this episode on 1.5 speed. Okay, so let me just, for our sake. Oh, let's play that one improv game.
Is Old MacDonald had a farm one word?
That's how we fight. That's how we fight around here. Okay, we're going to play Electric Company, which is an improv game where you count to 3 and you just say a word. And then depending on what word I say and what word she says, we're going to try to figure out what word is perfectly in between. So it's a game of like trying to match up and figure out what the other person's probably going to say next. So on the count of 3, you just say any word, okay?
Okay, just say any word or sing it.
Any word at all. We're just going to say this first one, and then we're going to sing the part 2.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. Corn.
Farm.
So she said farm, and I said cord. So farm animals, farm setting stuff, and I went cord, electronics. There's a lot of in between there. Okay. I think I know what's perfectly in between farm and cord. Do you?
Yeah.
It's not going to match at all, but let's try anyway. And this one we'll sing. Because fuck the rules and fuck this isn't. Okay, ready? What if we got it right? What if we just edit out all the 17,000 bad tries and we just get them?
I think that you're going to like fire me when you hear what I say.
Oh
you're
my
gonna
God,
like, this is not.
you guys, it's going to be so controversial.
Oh.
I love how that's like a running bit that my character does.
Yeah.
I'm always like, that's so controversial.
Oh my gosh, we're taking this podcast up a notch.
Okay. Farm, chords. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Corn.
Banjo.
Because I thought chords, like it sounds
because
like
the
or,
word.
and then I thought you'd be like, oh, I like corn because I do that accent.
That's like the word that we say the most often.
Yes.
And by like the statistics of it, you should have been right because I say corn like 7,000 times a day to you.
I
But
know.
I said banjo
Because it actually makes sense for the game.
Because I was playing by the rules because I like rules. Excuse me, she didn't play by the rules. Is she fired?
Can she get kicked out of class?
You're fired. You're rehired with more pay, but watch yourself.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Because she got a raise.
Even though I do bad.
I always fire her and then I rehire her for more pay every time she does something like this. So
Let's do one more game. I want to actually win.
Okay, so you said corn and I said banjo. So now the game continues until we say the same word at the same time, but we're just going to do the abridged version. What's in between corn and banjo? That's a really hard one. We're going to edit out this pause.
Okay.
And because your mouth's open.
I think I have an idea.
Oh my God, I wish I could just look right through your eyeball hole.
You can. Look real hard.
Poke
I'm giving you the message.
Okay. Oh my God. I think I know.
Okay. This is the entire episode as I was playing this game.
Fuck the part 2 interview. We've got words to guess and yell. Okay. We'll sing this one. All right, guys, we're gonna sing this one too. 3, 2, 1.
Picnic.
She said picnic, and I said mouth. So we went from farm and cord to corn and banjo, and now you said
Picnic. And you
I
said mouth.
Now we're getting close because now there's a lot of things that are pretty close in between a picnic and a mouth.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. I think we got it.
3, 2, 1. No.
3, 2, 1. Eating.
Food.
God damn it.
That's so close. Can't we win on that?
I think we could win on that, but want to try one more just in case. Okay, so
Food and eating.
Food. I said food and oh no, you said food and I said eating. All right. There's only one answer. You guys take a moment right now before we say it and email or text or Instagram in your
Or send
guesses.
a letter. Send a physical letter.
Or send a snail mail or a pigeon or roll a quarter with the Sharpie answered written on the back of the quarter. In 3, 2, 1.
Chewing. I didn't know we could say the same word again. Is that against the rule? Dang it! I didn't have those rules in writing.
It has to be a word in between the two words, and mouth can't be in between mouth and another word because it's too close to mouth.
Wait, why couldn't I say mouth?
Because
it was already said.
I said mouth.
But that was before.
Yeah, but the goal is...
I didn't receive these rules in writing.
I emailed them to you.
Gosh dang it.
Okay, so the reason why it can't be the same word is because I said mouth and you said food, and so it has to be a new word that's in between mouth and food.
Man.
Mouth can't be in between mouth and food because it's too close to the word mouth because it's the same word.
So now we have to go between mouth and... Chewing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so easy.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Teeth! We won! Even though I cheated before. I saying
It was authentic winning, and you can tell because look at our
eyebrow
wrinkles. Look at our wrinkles of stress. We're gonna play a game, and we're all gonna have a good time. Fuck. And on that beautiful note of us singing the word teeth at you, we're gonna bounce it on over into the corner of my dear friend, a tall, mixed musician, comedian, once more. Morgan J, everyone. Clap, 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 clap. That's the transition.
Hey everybody, you're on the air. You're listening to Insert. Hold on one second. Hey guys, what's up? You're listening to Insert Something Funny here.
Whoa. Welcome back to the Morgan J interview. This is the section.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah. Back me up on the singing notes professionally.
Ooh, I'm back to the podcast part 2.
For those of you who weren't here last week, shame. Go back and listen to that. Get all caught up, learn about Morgan J's life. And now we're going to just jump right in to Le Porte. This is where I grill Morgan J on all of the personal things that he's done wrong in his life. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I have a fun one to start us off this time. So let's go into our fire round of questions.
Let's go.
If you're trapped on an island with one person that you didn't know and you had to choose funny, smart, or hot, which one would you choose?
Funny.
That's the right answer.
Easy.
Yeah.
All day. If you're trapped on the island for the rest of your life, wouldn't you like somebody with a good sense of humor?
Yes.
That can make you laugh and make the time better?
For sure.
You know, a hot person gonna get old and unhot, you know? And a smart person, you know, if you're trapped there ain't no way they're gonna get you off that island. Then they're gonna be super annoying and smart about shit.
You shouldn't eat that. It's actually like that. I also would have accepted smart person to try to get you off the island if they were that kind of smart.
I just don't know. In this hypothetical, I assume that we're going to be trapped there forever.
Don't limit yourself, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. I won't ever do that again.
This is a podcast where we learn and grow together. And it's also a podcast where we say it's about comedy, but it's about touching life insights.
That's right.
Believe in yourself.
That's right.
And believe in that hypothetical hot person that could get you off of that island. They know how to turn vines into...
Look, they could get you off on the island. You know what I mean?
No, but they could get you off on that island and then they get you off the island.
Get you off the island? I don't know.
Ooh. All right, let's real quick go through your favorite musicians and comedians. Let's just get that right out of the way.
Love Reggie Watts. Love Rory Scovel. Love Todd Berry. Bo Burnham, very inspiring performer.
Ooh. Yeah.
Jack Black, amazing.
Yeah, very animated.
Jamie Foxx, amazing. Who else do I? Tig Notaro, wonderful. Beth Stelling, hilarious. Musicians, as far as musicians go, there's actually this Dutch musician I love. I'm not even kidding. His name is Benny Sings.
Oh,
Um, yeah, look him up. He's got some really wonderful tracks. Love him. Benny Sings. Um,
Sings.
yeah, just Benny, and then the last name. I don't know if his last name is that, but Sings, like Benny Sings.
Oh, like
Sings.
a sentence.
Yeah, I guess it's two words though. I don't know if that's his last name though, but it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Oh, that's dope. Okay.
love him. Love the jams. Um, you know, I think I come from an age of singles as far as like I never listened to albums all the way through.
Yeah,
I couldn't really tell you like who my favorite artists are, but he's probably one of my most listened to artists.
that has a lot of points behind it too.
Yeah.
So, bossa nova.
Love it. Oh yeah, I didn't even do all the bossa stuff. Love bossa nova. João
Mhm.
Gilberto, Jorge Ben George. Uh yeah, I mean Jorge Ben George has this song called Chove Chuva, which means like rain, rain. Chove Chuva, chove sem parar.
Pa, pam, pa, pam, pam.
Play it for you, dude. This song is just so fucking smooth. I'm gonna play it for you.
Yes, play.
I
Play
actually
for me.
I could actually make it come through.
I feel like so. I remember when I was looking, I had to Google what that was and like some examples of it.
This song is so good. You feel that vibe?
Yes.
Listen to his voice.
Chove sem parar, pois eu vou fazer uma prece.
Ooh, this is
Deus,
what you play when you're like you wake up on a Saturday morning and you're like making your coffee and the window's open.
And
That's the kind of shit that I would want to hear first thing in the day.
I mean, yeah, it's such a chill vibe. It's like you cannot go wrong with bossa nova. You cannot. You cannot.
Can you send me his name?
Yeah, I will.
The man who you just played to me?
I'm gonna send you this guy.
Thank you.
Love this dude.
How do you say thank you in Portuguese?
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Obrigado, meu bem gostosa. Bem-vindo na podcast. Estamos aqui com Gabriela falando sobre comédia. You know?
Portuguese or
That was Portuguese.
okay, cool. And now switch over to Italian mode.
Io non parlo italiano molto bene, mi manca la pratica. So, like, dove è l'ufficio postale, per favore? Mi porti un bicchiere di vino? Mi manca la pratica. But I speak Spanish. I speak Spanish better. So, like, yo hablo español muy bien, mucho mejor de italiano. Yeah, I feel like I could speak, like, I can get around these countries.
Nice. So you're at 4, or are there any other secrets?
It's three languages. I can't really speak Italian.
You just enough to.
Just enough for, the only thing I have are like accents.
Ooh, if you couldn't do this, what would you do?
Oh, maybe I would have been a dancer.
Really? Still creative stuff.
Oh, but if I wasn't gonna do anything creative, I don't even know. It's so hard to answer that. I have no idea. Oh. At this point in my career, I don't even know what I would do. I'm not like afraid to work. Maybe I'd be like a finance person and try to make money. I just started buying stocks and I see the appeal of it.
I had written down words of wisdom for newbies.
One of the things, I feel like I got this from a book, but grade your performances with metrics, kind of like when I would grade my sets, I'd grade them on 4 different things: timing, presence, material, and I think focus.
Yeah.
So I think one of the reasons why I did that was because, like, if you have a bad set and you don't have an objective way to look at your set, you are going to feel very bad about yourself, and you're gonna get really sad. Whereas if, like, you look at this as any other thing, any other job, you have to have a way to objectively evaluate yourself. So it's like, if you could go to your material and be like, I'm going to give my material like a B tonight,
Yeah.
That way it's not like, oh, the audience didn't like me because they don't like me.
Right. Right.
It's really easy to do a show and be like, those people didn't like me. when that might not be the case at all. It could be that you were sweating a lot because you were nervous, you weren't focused, and you didn't know your fucking material, you know? So that way, when you're done with a set and you bombed, you could be like, well, I didn't really know my material, so I'm going to give myself, this grade.
Right.
So give yourself grades. Don't have any expectations always. Always perform like it is a professional gig.
Yeah.
Always perform like it's professional.
Right. I like that.
I did a show this year on Zoom for 2 people. They paid me, and they booked me for a private Zoom event, and I thought it was going to be like a party with 20 people at the Zoom thing. And then I got there. I said, "Is anybody else? Like, where's everybody?" They're like, "Oh, it's just us." It was me and them on a date. And I was like, well, fuck it, let's go. So I did my set like I would always do. I did 30, 40 minutes, and they loved it. They emailed me later, like, thank you so much for doing that. It's like, so
right
you
on.
also don't know who's in the crowd ever.
Yeah.
So you got to do the best. And most of my, like, for example, all my money this year that I made has come from referrals from these Zoom shows. So like, just treat every show, be as professional as you can. Show up on time. I mean, for the love of God, guys, show up on time. And it becomes more important as you get more deeper into the profession.
Right.
Nobody wants to work with somebody who shows up an hour late to set.
Oof.
Giving notice. You gotta just be on top of your shit. You can't be a fucking scatterbrain. Like, really, you can't. You might be able to. I'm like being too intense now. I'm like I'm your dad.
Yell at them like a dad. Yell at them. Yeah.
Hey, boomer.
Words of wisdom from Morgan J, aka your dad. But you're not wrong. I mean, I feel like it's competitive enough in all these fun creative fields that it's like.
Just think of it this way: you could be as funny. You and one person could be up for the same job.
Yeah.
And you're both the equal amount of funny, right? You both have the same cool hip look. But somebody at that office might have heard that you don't show up on time.
Right.
And they're not going to hire you just because of that.
Yeah.
That's what it can come down to.
Right. Yeah.
So don't give them a reason to not hire you.
Right. Give yourself the best leg up. Or else.
Yeah.
Another career related one. What's the most interesting thing that you've learned throughout this process or this climb? Or maybe that's something that you're still learning right now? Weirdest or most interesting or like most unexpected?
You know what I've learned? I feel like I do believe in the power of manifestation and positive thinking. I think I talked about this in the podcast with Zach Noe Towers.
And also the two something witches.
Oh yeah, Two Witches Pod with Leah and
that one was really sweet.
Yeah.
Sucks that the audio died. I still listen to it because they were so.
Yeah.
Because the interview was dope.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So yeah, that's super valid, and that is something that keeps coming up when you're being podcast interviewed. So
yeah.
Thing off of memory, basically, like you started like legit trying to like picture things and bring them to fruition, and I forgot like more details or whatever.
Oh, well, it's like writing down your goals regularly, meditating and visualizing your goals. And I'm not talking about visualizing $1 million, even though I do visualize like money in my bank account, but it's like you can't just like imagine money in your bank account and then it magically shows up,
Right.
Like I work very hard and I put the work in. It's like sort of building an intention, and also having this inner monologue that's positive, not negative, not like, oh, I'm never going to make it that big, like you have to believe truly that you can, and you got to do the work though. I think that's where people, they don't do all the work and practice and stuff and turn down hangs with friends because you have to be home working and practicing, or going out. It's a little bit of a sacrifice. So
yeah.
When I was at NYU, a lot of the kids would go party and I'd be at an open mic and like the Lower East Side with a bunch of strangers and older people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, putting in your time.
Yeah.
That is something that I hear all the time about stand up. I tried it twice. I like it. I want to do it again. I have to
Other
practice my stuff.
real quick, other advice I give to people is go to therapy.
Ooh, legitimus. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go to therapy.
I second that.
Works your shit out.
I second that.
I second that.
Invest in your brain. You only get one and you gotta make it last, girl.
Right. Invest in your mental health.
hmm I would. Can I request another song?
Sure.
Is
But
there one that I haven't
I'm not
heard
gonna
yet?
play it. I'm not gonna play you. No, I'll play you. I'll play you something. Yeah, you can request something, but I'm gonna be like, fuck no.
Like,
Let me show you some lyrics that I've been working on. That's like normal stuff. Let me show you some poetry.
yes. Oh, too soon.
Let me see here. Give me 1 second. This is in the realm of like normal music.
Yo.
Let me see. Here we go. No, I don't have a melody or like again, this is like a demo. Do you understand?
Yeah.
What I'm saying? This isn't produced. This could be edited. You know, most pop songs or R&B songs don't have more than 2 verses anyway, you know?
Yeah, I would.
So, literally, this is the chord progression I use for most things. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit.
Okay.
You can see the whole thing. Something tasty. Let me do a little bit higher. Something tasty and a spicy treat. A little bit of you. By the way, the name of the song originally was called Hot Cheetos Pizza and You. And then I took that out, and it's just like a normal song because I was gonna do I want to do like a fun trap song. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Something tasty and a spicy treat and a little bit of you, girl, it leaves me weak. Sweatpants, oversized shirt, that's my vibe. Girl, you looking cozy, I wanna jump inside. Don't even gotta go out if you wanna take a ride. Sauce on my joystick, I don't even mind. After we do it once, I'ma press rewind. Let's just stay in all weekend and lose track of time. Staying in all weekend, I ain't got no plans but you. Staying in all weekend, there's nothing that I'd rather do. Oh. Just like a little bit of a vibe.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
Little vibe.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be a pop.
I'm learning a lot about writing normal lyrics. You really gotta actually have to feel something and want to write something, you know?
Right. Inspiration.
Yeah. No wonder musicians have multiple partners. So yeah, it's a little vibe. You can see I'm in sweatpants.
Yeah. I expect to hear that on Spotify eventually.
We'll get it going. Eventually I'll put these like on YouTube or something. Because the plan is once it's produced, I can send it to artists and see if they want to do it, you know?
Oh, true. Oh, do you mean like you wouldn't sing it or you would sing it?
I could
with
sing it,
someone?
but I could sell it and I could make just as much money selling it, you know? The
True.
thing is, I'm 33 and I have gray hair starting to sprout out of my beard. So I don't see like a future where I could be, a pop star, you know? But I definitely feel like I could be a songwriter, and I wouldn't mind writing a song for, a young up and coming artist. You know what I mean?
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
In some
Oh,
cases,
passing the torch.
yeah, in some cases the songwriter makes more than the
The
singer.
star?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Note to self, get into songwriting.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. A few more questions. I'm gonna let you go play video games.
Okay.
So what's the coolest thing that you've done in the last 12 months, or the thing that you're the most proud of?
I am most proud of this. These 4 squares and what I've managed to
Ooh.
accomplish from my desk performing on Zoom and other streaming platforms. That's what I'm
Hell yeah. That COVID shuffle, that pivot.
I just think so many people are not down with this, and it's like you have to like pivot and embrace the change and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. And I like I like focusing on the positive pivots that have been forced upon us
Yeah.
in these weird times. Instead of
I
just
think it's
doing another.
easier, and I say that I think it's easier to work within limitations than it is to if
Huh.
somebody's like, do whatever you want, and
Oof.
I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. But if you're like, you only have 3 minutes, you can only do a song about this. I'm like, easy.
Right?
You
That's
know,
kind
I need boundaries.
of.
I do. I do.
Yeah, no, that's very true. That's the whole phenomenon behind why it's hard to choose one shampoo and like a wall of 27 different brands.
Yeah.
Too many options. But yeah, that's legitimate. Yeah. What did-
Too many options.
oh, my co-host is going to be so jealous that I interviewed someone that also is going to bust out into random songs. That's the beautiful. I'm going to just clip that, and that's going to be the promo for the interview.
You should do that. You should do that.
I can and I might. So,
Okay.
yeah.
If you don't, I'll be upset.
Oh, geez. Oh no.
Well, guys, that about wraps it up here for the Insert Something Funny podcast. Gabriella, what else you want to say, girl?
I want to ask you, do you want to plug anything? Do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you like the podcast, make sure to like and subscribe, leave a review for our lovely host. And also, me personally, go to twitch.tv/MorganJ, because I'm going live all the time and you can interact and vibe with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Breathtaking. Breathtaking final notes, literally. We're going to end on that, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Thank you so much, Morgan J. I will personally keep a close eye on all your upcoming videos.
Oh my God, please do. And make sure I'll send you some more links you should watch.
Yeah, send me some homework. I love homework.
And then send me your poetry. Send me your lyrics.
Oh, I will. And I hope that you then send me a video of you singing me the poetry that I sent you, please.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Ooh, I like that saucy interview full of fun-filled facts from my brain.
And a couple tunes and musical keynotes provided by Morgan J's Mouthhole.
You're welcome, listeners. Hope you liked it.
Yes, my welcome, your welcome, our welcome. My welcome, your welcome, our welcome.
I like how he knows so many languages. I think that's really cool.
I know, yeah, that's fun. Honestly, I'm glad that he brought up Duolingo because I kind of forgot. I was trying to brush up on my Dutch because I'm part Dutch.
Ooh, say something in Dutch.
Hoe gaat het met je? My name is Gabi. Ik wil veel eten. Hi, how are you? My name is Gabby. I want to eat a lot of food.
Sounds adorable. My gosh, that's so cute.
It's kind of like my Swedish accent.
That's so cute.
I like how I call it an accent, but I never say real words when I do that one.
Oh my gosh, I want to go to Europe like right now.
Ooh, let's go. Actually, I might go to Holland at some point with some friends. So you're invited. You're invited. You kan met ons meekomen. That's in Dutch.
Is everybody happy in Europe?
I don't know, but I'm bound to find out. I do know. I just finished a really good book that a friend lent me. Shout out to Chelsea. Called Hygge. It's pronounced Hygge, but it's spelled Hygge, and it's like a research facility that looks into like happiness and psychology for humans, and they're like based in Denmark or something like that, because Denmark has one of those reputations as being like one of the happiest places, which is ironic and unexpected if you look at their weather patterns. That's one of those places that it's like gray for months and months and months longer than it should be.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's like, well, it's like, but it's funny because I think ironically that helps to add to the hygge, and hygge just kind of is like I guess the closest word that it translates to in English is like comfy or like coziness. Like that feeling of like coziness and togetherness. If you're sipping some wine with your girlfriends around a fireplace in the winter and it's cold outside, everyone's got like a nice fuzzy blanket.
Yeah.
So there's like rules of hygge. There's all these things you could do to bring hygge into your home, into your office, into your life. And the book basically, spoiler alert, the book was basically like tracking a bunch of stats about hygge and like Danish perception on hygge, other countries around the world and their closest things to hygge in different categories like food, social hangouts, home life, work life. And then they also go into like some other research about like happiness and stuff that compares. Good read. I like to focus on happy stuff. But to circle back around, you were saying, are they happy in Europe? And I mean, I guess they're pretty freaking happy because they keep placing really high in places like Denmark, and I think Holland kind of made it in a good section of that list. But
yeah, all the Scandinavian countries rank really high. There's a book called The Geography of Bliss written by, I don't remember his name, but he was like an NPR reporter for like many years. And it is so awesome because like he goes to these different countries and like reports on like what culturally makes them consider it happy, and observes it for himself.
Perspectives of happy.
Yeah, and like comments on travel. And then he also like at the same time like goes to like a few of the most unhappy countries and like comments there. But it's written in like really like a funny way. You know what I mean? It's not like
entertaining.
Yeah, it's not like totally scientific or just doom and gloom. It's it's like a book I'd actually read again. It was so good.
If you have it, lend it to me, baby.
I wish I did, but I think I rented it from the library.
Okay.
When's the last time you rented a book from the library?
Gosh, it's definitely been over a decade. But actually talking about happiness, I'm glad that came up post interview because as you can tell, like Morgan J's chill vibes and some of the stuff that he talks about, he puts a lot of placement on internal sources of happiness and stuff like that. He didn't specifically say that phrase, but you know, like setting your own goals, doing things with your own intention and like living your best life, like not to sound tacky, but you know, to like really make the most of your life and actually, I think that's what makes happiness. Actually, you and I were talking about that the other day, like producing. Like you could be rich, but you could be sitting on your butt and like not knowing what to do with yourself, and that lack of fulfillment of like what you're contributing and what you're capable of, that can make you just as unhappy as someone living in a grass pile on the floor.
Yeah, seriously, like the idle rich, they are not happy. I promise you. People who have like goals and like obstacles and like things that they're doing, they are definitely happier, even though they may like look stressed or like unhappy a lot of times.
Maybe they have bags under their eyes, but if you zoom enhance, each bag under their eyeball is actually like a fractal of sunshine rays.
Yeah, it's actually just a chocolate bar waiting to be eaten. That's why it's so dark.
That's why it's dark good chocolate, antioxidants, science corner. Oh man, what a great interview, and then what a amazing conversational wrap up.
I know.
I sure do think we are hitting it out of the park.
I do believe, Professor.
From jowls.
We should do another episode where we talk about like happiness and quality of life.
Who can we interview? If you guys have any ideas, or if you're the person with a job or some passion or some knowledge that relates to this field, definitely want to look into that.
Let's find an author.
Let's find an author. Yeah. Let us know if you like the whole doing part 2s and circling back around to things, or if you like it when we space it out. Ooh.
Yeah, let us know like what you like about the interviews, or if you hate us, or if you love us. Just we want to know either way.
Can you just say something? I just want to make sure you're not dead. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, bye. Hello. And have that be it. Fade out to the music. Hello, Bueller.
Hello.
Bueller.
This is our seamless transition. Goodbye. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
You have a lot of fun editing work ahead of you.
Ooh, breathy exits. Ooh. 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in.